whatever I bring on the table for me is a form of art. I know art via food. Maybe if you gave me a paintbrush, I won't be able to paint the most beautiful painting on the canvas. But when it comes to food, I try and get inspired and get some inspiration from anything. It could be anything. It could be a travel experience. It could be pretty much anything. If there's an idea that comes in my mind, I figure out a way to back it up with a technique and back it up with the colors that I feel would go with it, and create my own painting on a canvas, but via food. It is what drives me every single day. It is what I'm imagining when I'm sitting by myself. And yeah, like every part of my body is charged when I have to think of coming up with an idea, even if it's something as simple as a petit gâteau. I will think of, from the flavor to the design, to what mold I want to use, to what decoration do I want to do, what are the colors that I want to use in this. So yeah, it is a work of art for sure. And today people have started recognizing it for that, which is amazing. Earlier on, I just felt like people weren't looking at food, from that perspective. And today more and more people are, and it's just that much more beautiful. And it encourages people like us to explore, our creativity to its max capacity. In fact, just today I made a Paris dress, which is a French dessert. But I gave it my own twist in terms of look. And if you want, I can even show that to you. It's right here. I gave it my own twist, and I loved that. These are the smaller shoe buns that I've created that belong to the same family. And this is the Paris dress. And it's basically made of hazelnut. And if I just show it to you from inside, that's what it looks like. We came up with the idea of making all things happen because it is so versatile in its being, The thing that inspired us the most about all things was that we're trying to celebrate the everyday joys of life, the smaller joys of life. It could be a mood, it could be a day, it could be a season, it could be anything, pretty much anything that you think from a point of view of an everyday life and everyday mood is a part of all things. So that's why before the collaborations, when we launched all the bars, we've got bars like All Things Barcelona, which is obviously inspired by travel. We've got All Things Summer, which is inspired by a season. And the flavors also kind of back that up. So if it's All Things Summer, summers in India are known for Alfonso mangoes. And so obviously the flavor is 64% Malabar dark chocolate paired with Alfonso mangoes. So that's how we kind of play around with everything. And then we thought it would be a fun idea to start collaborating with interesting artists and people from all walks of life. And All Things is a very inclusive brand like that. So we came up with the idea of, we've collaborated with Pratik Kohad on All Things Single. And it's not single like you're a single person, but it's an All Things Single album where he launched his album with a bar of all things. And with each All Things Single bar, you were getting a code through which you could download his single album. And yeah, so that's those. We've done some really fun collaborations over time. We collaborated with Delhi Art Gallery. That was a lot of fun because the box had an illustration of Raza's painting, and then we had to I had to look at the painting and come up with the flavors that I feel are resonating with it. So that was a lot of fun. We recently collaborated with Dot & Key, and they make face masks and lip scrubs and all of that. So we've just collaborated with them, wherein they've come up with a face mask using our cocoa powder, and that's really interesting. We're also coming up with a collaboration with Bira, which is a beer brand, which I think all the youngsters today know about. So it's a mixture of everything. We've also collaborated with a fashion brand, with a clothing label called Pero, and we love the brand. We love the aesthetic that they bring on the table. So yeah, from the box to the flavor, everything then kind of correlates, and we put it out for the audience, and it's always been well received so far, and we hope to do this more in the future as well. Globalization in general has changed so much. Firstly, I feel like it's broadened people's horizons a little. You start looking at newer techniques, and I'm purely talking to you about this from a point of view of a pastry chef. You see people playing with so many different types of flavors, newer techniques, experimenting with different ingredients and coming up with something unique. And I definitely try and take inspiration from all of that and bring it on the table for my clients, my customers at dessert in Jaipur. And I try and educate them at the same time. I recently introduced entremets, and not a lot of people in Jaipur know what an entremet is. I tell them that. Me and my team, we ensure that we're telling them a little bit about what it is, where it's originated from, what that an entremet has these different layers, beautiful layers that you create with different textures, different flavors, and a whole different mouthfeel altogether. And the ingredients that we've played with in that, we try and tell people all of that. And obviously, at the end of the day, me being in Jaipur, I am trying all the more harder to bring that here. You know what I mean? To bring all of those different experiences that I have had over the years, be it in London, be it in Paris, be it in Barcelona. Bring all of that here and showcase it to my audience. When I was a little baby, a child, he used to make me sit every Sunday, me and my sister, on the countertop of the kitchen, and he used to make us banana flambe. And that time I used to look at him make that, and adding a splash of rum and setting the bananas on fire. It was all so magical and theatrical for me. I think that will be one dish that will always be very, very close to my heart, and I will always, every time I think of it, I have a smile on my face. And even today, my sister and we pester my father to make it for us. And he's like, oh, but you know how to make so many things. And, why are you telling me to make this again and again, again and again? And we're like, because we absolutely love it. It's a part of our childhood. So banana flambe would definitely be that one dessert if I had to tell you about. First see from your eyes, you're first eating from your eyes, right? Then you start trying out whatever is on your plate. Sometimes what you see when you look at it in the first look, it looks unappetizing, so you don't even bother trying it. So plating is such an important part, and that is where the creative and the creative aspect and the art aspect kind of comes into picture, because we've created all these different elements to bring a dessert together, and then we get a canvas like a plate to showcase that on. So I think plating is extremely important, because if it doesn't look good, if it doesn't have a part of your personality, when you look at a plate of food in front of you, you should know who's made it. It should be like that. It should be a reflection of a chef's personality. A plating is literally that for me, when it has to have a part of my personality in it. So I think it's a very, very important aspect of the whole experience together. I like to play with different texture. I like to have a little bit of crunch, a little bit of a creamy element. So I like to play a lot with texture. I like to play a lot with flavor. I have this set pattern of pairing two things together. I don't generally go for 3 or 4 types of different things and bring it on the table, but it'll be 2 things. So it'll be, let's say it's blueberry and nutmeg, and then I'll start from the concept of blueberry and nutmeg, and then I'll start thinking about the different things that I can do with it. Maybe I can create a beautiful entremet with it. Maybe I can create like a crunchy honeycomb where I add a bit of nutmeg. So every time you take a bite of that crunchy honeycomb, you can taste a little bit of the nutmeg as well. So it kind of starts like that. So for me, it is texture, playing with texture, playing with flavor, and the colors. The colors cohesively have to come together. It can't be a random mix of just wholly happening on a plate. It has to be aesthetically pleasing for sure. So yeah, those are the 3 things that I really keep in mind when I'm plating.